Now, today's been the day where we've been doing some audio recording for the prologue. It actually went better than I thought. Despite the fact there was a bit of a small delay when it came to the technology itself. Because basically, what you see behind me is the binary headset right here, which I have used previously in another project. But apparently the audio didn't come in as well as I wanted. For example, the audio from the left ear up there didn't go into the left earphone, and the right one didn't come from the right. But after a small bit of fixing around, like a bit of fixer-upper, we've got it to work, and we did a bit of work on it. The only one who was able to come up was Chris. And as for which three, I'm not entirely sure who's going to play which three. The only issue I've got actually is the GarageBand not saving to my username. Not only does it just save to my username, but it also saves onto that particular computer. I'm just going to turn it on. It only saves to that particular computer. And the issue with that is that if I'm going to use that same audio again, if I'm going to use the same GarageBand, the same equipment, I'm going to have to book this exact same room at the exact same time to try and get that to work. I also managed to get Bailey. Bailey came in around about 10 o'clock-ish, so he can do Act 1, Scene 3 and Act 1, Scene 4. He's in the end of Act 1, Scene 3, where he composes the email, where Macbeth composes the email to Macduff, and he's also in Scene 4 where he has the final battle with Macduff. Now, he asked me a lot of questions, which were good, which I want him to ask. I want my cast to ask a lot of questions, which is good for me, because I can, as a director, I can try and describe what I would want them to do. Bailey's really good when it comes to asking questions. He wants to get a great idea. He's into it, and I'm really pleased with what he has to say. I'm actually quite excited. I'm starting to feel I'm starting to feel the element of Macbeth. It's either that, or it might be the fact I haven't had breakfast and I am starving. But either way, I'm actually quite... Oh, wait a minute. I left that on. It's got a really low battery now.
So very quickly and simply, what is the prologue about? So, in the original play of Macbeth, the three witches are the first to appear on stage. And this is exactly what's going to happen again, but with a little twist. On the stage, there's going to be the lightning sound effects to create that atmosphere, and the witches are going to do their prologue speech, but they don't finish the speech. Instead, they get interrupted by the director, who runs on stage, stopping the whole thing, as he is annoyed that we're having the same old play over and over again. Macbeth becomes Thane, Macbeth becomes king, Macbeth becomes insane. So he switches the perspective from Macbeth to Macduff. Now, this is going to be a tricky scene because you see, the witch's speech is all pre-recorded and the director is on stage live. So this is going to require good amount of timing from the director in order to make the conversation between him and the witches look fluent. Sound fluent, sorry. And as you saw earlier, the technology I'm going to be using is the binary headset, which is like a human set of ears. And it also looks like a set of ears as well. This is the same technology used for video games for VR headsets.
Turn! Thane of Fife, I have no interest in fighting you. I have nothing to say to you.
Bim, stay back to the audience. It's back over there.
I have nothing to say to you. My sword is my voice. This is your only warning. Leave now if you value your life. I bear a charmed life which must not yield to one of a woman born. What? I can never be defeated by anyone who is born from a woman's womb. Who told you that bullshit? It was foretold to me by beings who can foresee the future. Prophesizers, fortune tellers who stood by my side, guiding me to success. From their promises, I fear no man from a woman's womb. In fact, I'm convinced there is no such being that was not born from a woman's womb. I wasn't. I was not born natural from my mother's boot womb. I was cut out, untimely ripped. I will not fight you. I am king, and I will not be enforced. Then yield. I will not yield!
That's good.
Next slide.
When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won, upon the heath, by the prickling of my thumbs, something. Hail! When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won, upon the heath.
Stop being so specific of my work. Because let's have a look at that. You sing.
I mean, we could all say it, you know.
If I want all of you to say it, I mean, just because I haven't got, yeah, just because I haven't got which 3 there, you just being so smart.
Whoever edited your script has done a bad job.
That's me. I edited the script.
No, you've done a fantastic job. That will be ere the set of the sun. Hail!
Do that first line because you said the set of the sun.
Okay, I'm sorry. That will be ere with the settle there to meet with Macbeth. Hail!
And that's a wrap.
Thank you.
I think this is the final day of the audio recording. Everything's been done. Everything's been done when it comes to audio recording. I finally got Rebecca to come in, and working with Rebecca was brilliant again. I have worked with Rebecca before. She's an absolute joy to be around. She puts in the hard work. She also loves to have a good laugh. Oh, it's Veronica. Give me a second.
Someone said Veronica is here.
I'm doing the video log for my work.
For your work?
Yeah, I do video logs each rehearsal. Earlier beforehand, though, in the morning, I was working with Matthew and Vim on Act 1, Scene 3. We set a date, which is the 19th of February, which is on a Sunday, to do the video recording in the library. I just need to get in contact with the library to make sure if that's okay with them. They seem to be catching up a bit. Vim's learned half of his lines on Act 1, Scene 3. Matthew still needs a little bit of work. I might have to do some personal meetings with him on how to say the words and what I'm trying to get out of this one scene.
Oh my god, Adele won Grammy! Sorry.
Okay. Is that a football?
No, Adele.
Also, I've got Bailey and Vim to work together on Act 1, Scene 4. It's more beneficial for Bailey, if anything, because Vim's working at the minute on Act 1, Scene 3, because we just need to get that one out of the way. Act 1, Scene 4 seems to be the shortest amount of words in any scene, apart from the prologue, of course. Bailey's starting to get an understanding. I'm starting to see that he's starting to learning the lines, starting to speak how I want him to speak. He's starting to understand the story. I just need to try and get in contact with Joe to see if he's got the swords. If not, I will have to find a way to keep Veronica still, because she's a bit of an actress.
Someone is calling me.
As soon as Act 1, Scene 3 out of the way, we're going to focus on Act 1, Scene 4. I need to get the swords, which I set Joe the technician, to find. The only downside of today, I couldn't find a third witch. That's the only downside. As I'm sure I'm done with the audio equipment that I've got, I am going to see what I can do with the 2 voices I've got, because both actresses, Rebecca and Chris, have tried different ways of speaking the words, and also speaking words in 3 different directions, which is left, right, center. So I'm going to see if I can work with that, see if I can try and make this work without a third actress. So yeah, and that's all I gotta say about that.